I felt very alone as a child, and I was always the older one, so I was taking care of my brothers, my cousins. And I think there was a point maybe at 15 or 16 where I decided that was it. I'm going to create my own love. I was going to have a child, and I never had a picture of a father in it. I just said, okay, I'm going to rent an apartment. I'm going to have this baby. At that point, I wasn't even sexually active. I just knew that I was going to have a baby, and that was going to be my love, and we were going to take care of each other. I turned 17, and I met my children's father, and maybe 3 months later, became pregnant. So I think we're together for 8 years, and then things just didn't work out the way they should, and I ended up being by myself with 2 children. As I said before, I'm just now looking at it as a single parent. So when I look at what society looks at as a single mother, I guess I'm a single mother, but I feel like I'm just a mom and doing what I have to do. Single or not, it's just, I'm a mom. I think I'm a strong woman taking care of my children. Yeah, maybe it's not ideal for society to see a woman by herself taking care of her children, but that's how it is. That's the cards that I have in my hand, and I have to play them the best way I can. There's 2 separate fathers in this situation. The oldest 2 have 1, and then the younger one has. We still talk. Our views are a bit different, but we do get along for the most part, and we're able to. I make most of the decisions on what happens with them, but he doesn't fight me on any decisions, kind of thing. So he plays a role in their life.
And the second one is for your youngest?
Yeah.
And do you have a relationship with him?
We don't have a relationship. I have a relationship with his family. However, with him, because of our past, our relationship now can't move forward because we're completely in 2 different places. No, I would never blame them, only because as a child, as I said, my perspective was always that I am a mom, and I didn't ever see myself going forward taking care of children with the father. I didn't have that growing up, so that wasn't something that I see for my future. Now, that's how I would like to move forward, but as I said, I don't blame them because that's not the road that I have ever seen. I am strictly motivated by love. And so I realized that very recently. It took me a while to get there, but I am definitely motivated by love. So even with the work that I do, working in the foster home, it's because I want to be able to help people and let them know that, you know what, yeah, maybe things aren't looking right or the way that you want to, but if I can help you to get one step closer to where you want to be, I'm okay with that. So I'm motivated by love by everything that I do. So that with my resourcefulness, it kind of keeps me going. When I cook with love. Anything that I do, it's out of love. I always utilize my resources that I have around me. So for me, I feel like now as I'm older, I understand the importance of a male role model that's, consistent and in the home. And because I don't have that, I utilize the male role models that I do have in my family to it will never fill the void, but it will be, a support that my children, especially my son, has to go to in the time of needs where he feels like he can't go to his father in certain instances. So I make sure that, they have constant contact with positive people. My brother is, a successful child and youth worker. He has uncles that are teachers, that are also doing child and youth work, doing good things, and that can mentor him and mold him into the person that I know he can be and that others can be, as well as my daughters who are missing that, relationship, that, are, as girls, the first love is usually their father. So when that's missing, they do have, my brother especially, to, have that first dance with, or, have that conversation with when they're feeling like something's missing. I don't think it was necessarily a decision that I made consciously. I think that as a child, I'd always seen my mom as a single mother, and a lot of people that were in my mom's circle didn't have fathers. Their children didn't have fathers. So I didn't even look at myself as a single mother. I just was parenting my children alone. So it wasn't really a definition of, yeah, I'm a single mother doing it on my own. I was a mother taking care of my children. For me, I have a lot of dialogue with my older daughter, for sure, because the littlest one, she doesn't really kind of understand yet. But knowing that you don't have to get love from a child like that, enjoy your childhood now, and that, yeah, me as a single mother now raising you, it wasn't what I wanted to do, but that's how it kind of happened in my cycle. But you want to grow up and get a career, find someone who loves you and wants to take care of you, and you take care of them as a 100 family, and then bring children into the world. So you're not carrying that whole burden by yourself. Yes, I am in a relationship now.
How does that look with 3 kids?
Because of my past relationship, my last relationship with my youngest daughter's father, it has been difficult, especially in the beginning of the relationship, not really wanting the person around my children, not even really bringing them around or telling anybody about what's going on, just because I need to be more cautious and make sure that, this is the person that I want to be with, this is the person that I want to be around my children, and this is the person that I want to move forward with. So moving forward is just like, okay, having to be more cautious and make sure that this is really where I'm going. I love to travel. I keep really close friends like you that I can sit and talk with when I'm having a bad day, when I'm having a good day. People that are positive and that can uplift me and motivate me to do things that I don't feel like I even do for myself. So being around that is what keeps me kind of going and on an even kilter. Be sure of yourself. Be very self-aware and connect with yourself before looking for a connection somewhere else. It's hard for you to love somebody else if you don't love yourself first. So really dig deep and see, what is it about me that I like? What do I want? Where do I want this to go? What do I want my future to look like? Because I feel like if I ask myself those questions, that things might have been a lot different for me. So just being able to be truthful and honest with yourself, because if you can't do that, you can't love yourself and you can't give that to anybody else.